taps remain dry in parts of Johannesburg, and some residents have gone for weeks without water. Rand Water says water is pumping at full capacity, but many say things are not yet back to normal. Our reporter Bafedile Moerane is assessing the situation on the ground and joins me now to give us the very latest on this. Bafedile, very warm good morning to you. I mean, what do you see on the ground in terms of water consumption, but also access to that water? Has it reached its full capacity?
Well, Tumelo, at this point in time, it's really a serious crisis for many residents here. We are in Germiston at Makausi Informal Settlement. You can see behind me here, people have flocked at one of the taps here to get water. They're saying that inside the residential area, there is no water for a week right now. We have heard Rand Water having to say that they have now pumped water and it will be reaching residents here. But it doesn't really look like that. The situation is a dire situation on the ground. We know in the Chapter 2 of the Constitution that water is a basic need. Each and every person has a right to have access to clean and potable water, but a serious challenge for residents on the ground. Let me speak to some of the residents here to hear how is this really affecting them. My brother, thank you so much for joining us. Libitso la ho ke mabuto
ke nna Nkgolo.
Nkgolo mang?
Nkgolo wa Machichile.
Okay, so we're seeing a dire state more Abutuaka for a week now. You're saying that mo Germiston, mo Makausu, you don't have access to water. Likilela complainer go go mang?
Complain ga re ntsha go bona ba masipala le ba metsi ba. Sentse ba ntse ba di robotsa gore botsebotse mo problem ba re ke Rand Water. Ba re ba tlhatswa di pipe a ke tseba, I'm not sure.
Ha gona motho le fang a clear answer gore go diragala eng?
No.
This thing will affect yang go malapeng.
Ya affect too much. Ba bangwe ke re ka mo ona ka malapeng ka mo ba nna le bana mo go ba le 6 and then metsi a sa tsoka mo go bana ba dikolong wa bona gore ke problem. Yeah. Chapter 2 ya the Constitution ya re mongwe le mongwe in South Africa o na le tshwanelo ya go nna le metsi a clean. Ya no lona la itse gore le ka ya go public protector gongwe le go ya la ya go report dilo tse dintsenyana ha le itse ka ntlha eo. A re itse.
Ke gona le utlwang gompieno.
Gona re utlwang today.
Okay. Well, Tumelo, as you hear one of the residents here having to say that they don't know where to go, and they've had Rand Water having to say that they are cleaning the pipes. There's no clear answer at this point in time as to when exactly they are going to access water. By yesterday, we've had Rand Water having to say that in areas like Midrand and Sandton, the water will be accessible. It's not clear at this point as to in those areas it is accessible, but areas like this one, Germiston, we've had Rand Water officials having to say that residents have to be patient for a little while this issue is still resolved. We've heard that among some of the challenges, it is the issue of load shedding that is causing some of the delays in terms of pumping water. So this is the situation, a very serious crisis, a thorny issue for residents of Germiston. It is in Makausu Informal Settlement, Tumelo. A number of hospitals, we've seen our colleagues like Heidi having to cover the number of hospitals in some parts of Johannesburg being affected by water challenges. So we are still going to go during the course of the day to see as to how this problem is affecting residents and to see as to whether some of the hospitals have actually got access to water at this point in time. Dumelo.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely see the struggle still ongoing there, despite, of course, the assurances that right now when it comes to water, pumping is at full capacity according to Rand Water, but you could see there that some community members still struggling. We're keen to hear from the authorities, Bafedile, as to what exactly is happening and if indeed there's still some gaps that they still need to fill out in the province of Gauteng. We'll come back to you, colleague, as soon as there are any other developments and the very latest updates from where you stand. That's our reporter, Bafedile Moerane, for us in Germiston.